Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing another, wow, we got double Mox pack? That's insane. Another Swiss cube draft. Well, we're going to take a Mox. I guess Sapphire is the one I would prefer because I like blue more in cube, because counterspells are typically very strong in cube since every spell, presumably someone's casting, is high impact, so being able to counter anything is really huge. But yeah, I think Mox Sapphire is a pick. Someone's going to be surprised I'm passing a Mox. Maybe not. I mean, I guess theoretically you could open a pack with all the Moxes and a Black Lotus in it. So, other than that, what else is good in here? Well, I love Craterhoof Behemoth. That card is just tons of fun to play. Ashiok tends to be really good in cube too. Surprisingly, Narset's new. I kind of want to do something straightforward for a while till I get more comfortable with this format. Library of Alexandria is typically always good, so I think we got to take that. The sheer quantity of card advantage you can get from it is pretty absurd. Entomb is pretty awesome. I love Natural Order as well. Very good card. Factor Fiction, awesome instant speed card draw. And it also fuels your Reanimator decks. I'm not the biggest fan of Reanimator in general. It's typically a little difficult to play. I think Ravages of War is a powerful card, but it gets a lot less powerful in a powered cube because people are, and especially since this one has Signets too. So you're going to have to look out for stuff like Signets and Moxes and all that nonsense and all the little mana rocks. It makes Ravages slightly worse. It's still good, but it's mostly just for like a white weenie deck. All right, we'll take the Library of Alexandria. Mox Diamond's pretty good. More free mana. Maybe I just want a sword. Animate Dead is good, of course. Go for a little ramp strategy, perhaps. Animate Dead's cool because you can remove their guys and then bring them back, so you can target stuff in their yard as well, which is nice. It can't hit any of the big dudes. The big dudes being the Eldrazi. Mox Diamond is kind of free mana. It does. I mean, it costs you a land in hand. Some cards. It's pretty good though. I like it. Sword of Feast and Famine is of course good. I mean, it's a sword. What could go wrong? Maybe I just take the sword. Swords aren't going to be as good in Powered Cube. Expect me to make fair decks, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't anticipate making unfair decks all that often. I'd love to all the time, but I'm just not the master of Cube. Cryptic Command is a great card. Pattern of Rebirth, I've actually played this before in Cube, and I kind of liked it. It was cool. Pretty tempted to just take Karn, though. Makes me wish I'd taken the Mox Diamond instead. But Karn is pretty good. Lot of high power versatile effects there. I think I'm taking Karn. I do love me a Karn. Okay, I can take Signet. Remand is fine. Woodfall Primus is a card I like a lot. Pretty tempted to just take the Signet here. Get some fixing and ramp. Otherwise, Remand is good, but I mean, it is good. I'll take the Signet. I've got stuff I'm trying to ramp into already. I mean, Pentad Prism does ramp as well, but Shallow Grave, not bad. Flame Tongue Kavu, pretty cool. Stomp Howler's typically a pretty nice effect for what you get. Could take more ramp, though. Bloodstained Mire doesn't find anything yet. Underground River, some more fixing. I think I want Stomp Howler. This is a pretty powerful effect, actually. You get a reasonable beater as well as destroy artifact or enchantment, which, I mean, look how many, we already have 3, like basically can do anything against us. All right, Avenger of Zendikar is a big finisher. Upheaval is typically a pretty dirty spell. Yeah, it's typically pretty dirty. It's one of those things where I just want to ramp like crazy now, and then Upheaval, and then you just replay everything, and crazy stuff happens. So I think I just want to prioritize ramp again pretty highly. Could take Taiga. Scavenging Ooze is okay. Is it Charm is okay. Probably take the Taiga. I mean, this does ramp, but your opponents get it. It's more for combo decks, I think. Nothing else in here is crazy. I'm going to take Taiga. I like Is It Charm, too, actually. I could take Craterhoof, but now I kind of want to be more of a ramp deck. Rashad Port is actually kind of good in a ramp deck, because you can hurt your opponent pretty bad with that. Narset, though, is cool. Do I want to go for green again? Upheaval with Rebound doesn't seem all that good. I'm going to take Arbor Elf. It's not that exciting, but I'm going to take it. Okay, guess I'll take Natural Order. Tabled, that could be a good sign for green. Alright, let's take the Elves. I want a lot of ramp. Pattern of Rebirth is actually not bad. It's kind of cool with Natural Order, actually. Pattern of Rebirth plus Natural Order. It's pretty interesting. I'm going to take it. None of these are all that good. Guess I'll take... actually, I'll take Welder, I guess. Take Underground River. Maybe Splash. Well, guess it's playable. Not really the deck that wants it. So Foothills finds Taiga, but nothing else too crazy. You could take Ulamog. It's a big fun card to ramp into. There's also Gilded Lotus, though. Gilded Lotus tends to be pretty amazing with Upheaval. Lets you replay some stuff. Here's a Storm Finisher. Not necessarily blue yet, but Upheaval is some good motivation. I might just want to play some green Stompies. I'm looking at Gilded Lotus or Ulamog. 11 mana is not particularly easy to get to, but then again, Pattern of Rebirth gets it out. Alright, well, let's do Ulamog. He's big and fun. Jite. I do love Jite. Garruk Wildspeaker is more ramp, which is quite good. Grim Monolith is also ramp, though. Probably ramps a little bit easier than Wildspeaker. Wildspeaker is more versatile, though, which might make it a more interesting pick than Grim Monolith. And if I end up with, I mean, with some lands, it's insane. Like the one that bases it on how many creatures you have. There's also a Tree Speaker in here, which is pretty awesome. I already have a couple elves. I'm thinking Garruk or Draga Tree Speaker, actually. Maybe just the Tree Speaker. I think I'm taking Tree Speaker. I like Garruk a lot, though. I'll take Tree Speaker anyway. Eureka's tough to make work in your favor all the time. Riftwing, Daze, Preordain. Dragonlord's a nice thing to ramp into. It kills things, and it's huge. I already have the Taiga. I don't necessarily have to be blue. Upheaval is just highly incentivized because of rampiness. It's also Shivan Reef, maybe, if I'm trying for like a rug thing. But if I'm trying for a rug thing, I should probably... Well, I don't need Dragonlord. I think finishers are easier to find. Could take the Preordain. That tends to work... I mean, it's a great spell, but tends to work even better when you have a lot of ramp. Because you can end up with getting flooded. Guess I'll take Preordain. Fast Bond is pretty cool. It's not great mid to late game. Just certainly an issue. Stoneforge finds Sword of Feast and Famine. Nissa's pretty strong, actually. It ramps. And it just spits guys out. It's pretty good. Guess I'll take Nissa. There's our channel, so I think we gotta slam that. It's our way to get Ulamog. Reclamation Sage, I would imagine, is very good too, but we're gonna take channel. It also gets us Karn early, which potentially is insane. Freelies I'm not a big fan of, but destroy target artifact enchantment is legit. I should consider it. Yeah, and there's nothing else here I really care about. Domri Raid. Whatever. I'll take Freelies. Frailize, whatever it is. There's our Gaia's Cradle. Okay, now I wish I had Garrick, but I'm pretty sure I still take Gaia's Cradle. It's a very strong card. There's also a Pilgrim. I'll take the Cradle. Alright. Cradle tends to work well with Awakening Zone. Arid Mesa could find us white spells. I don't think Legionnaire is happening, to be honest. Treetop Village is okay. Nicol Bolas is cool. Awakening Zone's a bit slow, but it does ramp us towards Ulamog, Karn, and it makes Gaia's Cradle better, and I'm not giving up much. Treetop Village is okay, but I guess I'll take the Awakening Zone. Alright, Beast Within's a nice catch-all. I probably want that. Maybe even main deck it. I did pass some fatties in pack 1 in green, which is a problem. But I might even see another Eldrazi, and having Ulamog and Karn is pretty good. Corsair's not bad either, but I like the option of having Beast Within. Alright, so I could return Ulamog to my hand every turn. Not much else, though. But you can also bounce your opponent's creatures with it, which is pretty good, actually. Guess I'll take Caracas. I don't think Eureka's happening, unfortunately. Could take the Mutavault. Not a terribly exciting card for this deck. But if I have some way to activate it and then Pattern of Rebirth and sacrifice it, seems like a lot of setup. Guess I'll take it anyway. Take the Fast Bond now. I mean, it's cool. Fast Bond is cool. But like I said, it tends to, I would imagine, suck if you already have a bunch of creature ramps, so you're not even playing a ton of lands. It only works early, like I said, too. Does not work late. Skull Clamp is insane in this deck, too. I really like it in this deck. With Awakening Zone, it's actually just bonkers. Okay, so I think we surprisingly just need a couple more finishers, and this deck will get quite a bit better. Currently, Natural Order looks pretty terrible, but if we got one green fatty, it would make it a lot better. I do, at this point, wish I'd taken the Craterhoof Behemoth, but that's okay. I don't think Domri's happening. I'm just going to hate a him, which tends to be insane against the green rampy decks. Okay. Probably not in blue. Maybe in blue. I don't know yet. Here's a Survival. Survival's pretty awesome. It's better when you have a lot of creatures, though. We do have Sneak Attack as well. Batterskull tends to be pretty solid, but it's not a creature. So, but it's something we can ramp into, and it turns all our other creatures into bigger threats. It's got to be a better pick than Batterskull, I would think. There's also Garrick, which is cool. The Planeswalker-y deck. I wonder why Probe for the Storm decks. That makes sense. Let's take Batterskull. I like it. I like that it makes all my guys threats. Alright. Could take Blightsteel. There's also Sylvan Caryatid. I was looking for finishers, but Blightsteel's not exactly an easy one. Ramping to 12 doesn't seem all that easy. Currently my ramp, well, I guess it seems a bit easier with Channel though, doesn't it? Alright, maybe I do take Blightsteel then. Just go for the Channel shenanigans. I almost want to just cut the whole blue plan, but I don't know. I want Sylvan Caryatid too, but I'm going to take Blightsteel here. I kind of like the idea of having at least a couple Channel targets. And a couple things to work towards. There's Emrakul. Okay, well, guess presumably I could have 3 Channel targets. I mean, Channel Emrakul is the dream, so I should probably go for it. Whisperwood is also good. Birthing Pod doesn't seem very likely to happen in here. Lion's Eye Diamond is more combo. Whisperwood's good. I'm going to take Emrakul. Pretty greedy, I know, but with Channel, how can I resist? Thran Dynamo seems like something we're going to need. There's also Ugin, but Karn, Ulamog, Blight... Yeah, we're good on finishers. Let's get some big ramp here. Cobra's pretty good. Unfortunately, not insane for our deck. But it is ramp. Would be better if I had any fetches. I'll still take it. I think blue's just not happening at this point. I could, though. Actually, I mean, Upheaval's so strong it might just be worth going for it. It's not like my mana base is going in any other direction. I mean, basically I'm mono green at the moment, so might as well play Upheaval. If you get a ton of mana, Upheaval can be insane, because you just get 15 mana and then you play Upheaval tapped out and play a bunch of Planeswalkers and creatures and win, which is pretty insane. Battlesphere is another good thing. Primal Command is good too. I'll take Battlesphere, I think, though. I might even want to do Battlesphere instead of, like, Blightsteel, because I guess I am getting a bit overkill on big things to ramp into. Primal Command finds creatures, though, which is nice. I like having the colorless creatures, though, for Channel and Awakening Zone. It's pretty good. I do like Primal Command quite a bit. I think I got to take the Battlesphere, though. It's got the Guy's Cradle synergies. Again, Oracle Moldiah is pretty awesome. I probably just take it. Yeah. More ramp, which I feel like I don't quite have enough of yet. Pattern of Rebirth works with Emrakul, actually, which is pretty insane. I almost don't want to do the Fast Bond, but I see why I should do Fast Bond. Show and Tell, there we go. Well, there's a good reason to play blue. So now we have Channel and Show and Tell to get cheap Emrakul, Blightsteel, Ulamog shenanigans out. I actually like Batterskull quite a bit with if I am going to run Fast Bond. I still don't know if I want to run Fast Bond. I can't. It's not that insane. It's pretty good, but it's not insane because I don't even know how many lands I'm running. Survival's pretty good though. Well, the problem with Survival is I don't have a ton of creatures. I almost want the Thragtusk just to have more stuff to search up or ramp into early. If I get flooded, I'm going to wish I had survival, but I mean, you can also ditch these 4 ramp cards. But like I said, I'm so creature light. I feel like survival's not good enough because I only have like 10 creatures. Troll Ascetic probably as good with Batterskull and Sword. Not giving up anything for it, I guess. Quite the deck. At least we have some ramp. I guess that's good. Let's see. Birthing Pod. Outpost Siege. That's only okay. Pod's not that. Pod's not going to work. I mean, we do have a chain, but that's just not going to happen. I don't think I'm playing all of these fatties. I'm probably not playing the Blightsteel. It's not that it's bad. It's just, I don't know what I'm hating here. Ooh, wait, I don't want that. Let's take Elves of Deep Shadows. I think I actually want a bit more ramp, despite the fact that Elves is like just colorless ramp. I think probably Blightsteel's not happening. It's not that Blightsteel's terrible, because Blightsteel's certainly not terrible, but I feel like I'd rather just go for the Ulamog Emrakul plan. I mean, the problem with Blightsteel late is they have blockers, and if you've been going for their life total, I think Blightsteel's not good enough. I'd rather go for Battlesphere, I think. It's like a little more attainable. Massacre Worm can be super annoying. So can Mesmeric Fiend, though. But Massacre Worm against our ramp creatures can be pretty devastating. I don't even think I'm playing Factory and Mutavault. I guess I could, but I don't know if I like it. Okay, I've got some hardcore decision making here. So Freyalise versus Indrik Stomphowler. I guess Freyalise is a little bit more spicy. Yeah. But it only makes 1/1s. This is a 4/4. But this is more versatile, and I can draw cards for each green creature. I think Natural Lord is just not happening. I don't even have good green creatures to get into, so no Natural Order, which is kind of sad when you're in green, but I did pass. Nothing I can do about it. I passed some good creatures pack, green creatures pack 1. Show and Tell's got to get played in here. Signet's coming in because it ramps and it fixes for blue. Dynamo. I think I'm keeping all of my ramp, especially with Skull Clamp in this deck too. Yeah, Skull Clamp with Freyalise and Awakening Zone is pretty amazing. Probably don't want the Troll Ascetic. I don't need it. I'm still kind of thinking about keeping Beast Within just because I really like having catch-alls. And you can even play it defensively. It's a pretty versatile card, but I don't know if I have space for it. I think the Fast Bomb's going to get booted. God, I don't know. I feel like this card's not that good. I feel like I'm going to be playing slightly less lands, too, because I have the ramp, but I actually might just need 17 lands plus all of my ramp. Or 16 lands with Mox. I didn't get as much ramp this time as I did my first time. So, actually, I guess it makes more sense to... Although I do have the channel. And Show and Tell. So, maybe the ramp doesn't matter as much. How many ramp cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5... 6... 7. I only have 7. Which is pretty good. 8, sort of. But I guess this ramps too. I guess I have a lot of ramp, but it's tough to make it all work when it's like 4 and 5 drop stuff. That being said, I still probably play 16 lands plus Mox. I think that's appropriate for the amount of ramp we have, especially with the channel. I just really want double green on turn 2. I mean, Fastbond allows me to channel turn 1. But let's talk about what are all the cards. I'd need Fastbond, 2 forests, channel, and one of my finishers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I guess that's not totally unrealistic. Maybe I try Fast Bond out. It's a horrible top deck, though. I did say that. But I have some actual card draw in here, too, which is nice. I have the... where is it? I know I've got card draw in here somewhere. Well, Skull Clamp is definitely card draw. But I thought there was one other one, too. Maybe not. Did I take it out or something? I can't remember. Maybe I just didn't pick it. But Pattern of Rebirth is going to be phenomenal in here, I think, with Skull Clamp. Draw 2 cards, get an Emrakul. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so I only need to make 2 cuts, I think. Or no, I guess I make 3 cuts. So I play Mox plus 16 lands. So I guess we bring Mox in here and then make 4 cuts. Maybe the sword can go. It's a better sideboard option. I mean, it's actually kind of cool with your little dudes, but I feel like we have a different game plan going on with little dudes. Pretty tempted to just cut the Stomp Howler, keep the Frailes, because I can ramp with her and still destroy artifacts and enchantments. I'm not going to be able to draw that often, though. And I don't even have green guys that work well with it. I mean, I guess you make the army of green creatures with it, and this makes... No, it doesn't have any color to it, I guess. Or no, I only cut 1 more card. And then it's 16 lands. Okay. Maybe the Beast Within can go, but I do like it. It's actually kind of cool with Pattern of Rebirth, too. Destroy that creature and then get Emrakul. I kind of want to keep the Beast Within. As crazy as that is. I kind of want to keep Batterskull too, but I could see the argument for ditching it. I just like... It's like a 1-card win con. And it works with Channel too. In a really nice way, actually. You pay the life, but you end up with a pretty sweet threat. That comes back later. I've got the most expensive stuff in the game, so I definitely need to probably not cut ramp. I think I'm ditching Fast Bond. I know that it's cool and it allows for turn 1 channel, but I don't like it. Ugh, I mean, it's also cool that it works with like show and tell and channel, but I just don't like, especially with 16 lands. Like if you don't have it turn 1, it's so bad. I'm not going to do Fast Bond. I decided. All right. So we don't have much in terms of blue, and we already have a Mox Sapphire, and we have a Signet. So that's 2 ways to get blue. I probably only need 5. I guess Cobra kind of can too, but that's it. So maybe 3 islands. Wait, I got to bring in Gaia's Cradle. Library too, and then 3 islands. Yeah, they actually say 3 islands too. 11 forests. That seems like enough. Although I do want to cast Show and Tell early. That's interesting. Am I going to screw myself if I go 10-4? 10 should be enough to get... It's not like I'm super green intensive either. I just need 1. All right, let's do 10-4. I think I'm more okay with that. Because it's 5 with that, and then 6 with this, 7 with the Cobra. That feels appropriate. Okay, I don't know how insane this deck is, but we do have Channel with Eldrazi, so that at least is an archetype in itself. A pretty fun one. So I guess we'll give it a go. Like this. I still don't think Fast Bond's good enough, but I guess we're going to find out, huh? All right. Yep, I think I'm doing this, so we'll see you round one.